So, you want to go to college, but don't know what you want to major in? Well, there are many different options one can choose from. You could major in liberal arts, like history or English, but only if you like working at McDonald's for the rest of your life. You could go into business, but everyone and their mother, including mine, is in there. Yay for business suits and endless boring meetings. Everyone knows that technology is the path of the future, so that leaves us with science and engineering. Now, science isn't so bad if you like to create and prove crazy ideas on paper. Oh wow, it's possible to get to Alpha Centauri, but to store enough fuel and supplies for the journey, the spaceship would have to be bigger than the distance to get there. Yes, thank you scientists for proving we can reach the star. Now go build it. Oh wait, the only tools you know how to use are paper and pencil. Good luck! Now for those of you who actually want to make something and have a job, engineering is for you. Scientists may have all those crazy ideas, but engineers are the ones who actually make theory into reality. As a great philosopher, Max Gilbert, once said, engineers are the whores of math and science. We take their ideas and make money off them. Engineering is where the fun and money is at. There are several different options available in engineering. You could be a mechanical and aerospace engineer. Here you learn to build PowerPoint presentations and occasionally how a plane works. You could be a civil engineer and go play in traffic or study dirt. You could be an industrial engineer and manage systems, but no one really knows what they do anyways. There's chemical engineering if you like to play with chemicals, but good luck finding a job. Then you have electrical and computer engineering. In electrical engineering, you basically study electricity, measuring the movement of electrons. Yeah. Now for the most interesting, most enjoyable field, computer engineering. Computer engineers are not just those who put together PCs. They design from the ground up whole systems that can do anything you can imagine. Everything from hardware to software, they can do it all. All little handheld devices like cell phones and iPods, computer engineers. Integrated systems for monitoring activities, computer engineers. Computer scientists dream of playing with robots. Computer engineers build them for breakfast. Engineers are the heart of the new technology that you see every single day. The engineering department at UAH is top-notch, and it's just down the street from the second largest research park in the country. I know, UAH has had some issues with faculty, but not to worry, the engineering department isn't that psychotic. Everyone keeps to themselves. Seriously, there's no quieter building than the engineering building. I've asked a close friend of mine to speak to you about engineering in UAH. This man is a deputy manager for NASA down the street at Marshall Space Flight Center. Without further ado, I give you Mr. Stephen Davis.
Hello, I'm Stephen Davis. I work at Marshall Space Flight Center. I am the deputy manager for the planning of a new satellite experiment called the cryostat, which is an experiment that is going to look at how we control cryofluids in space. There's a long-term need for this as we get ready to explore deeper into the solar system. The ability to basically fill up an Earth departure stage or another stage that allows us to go deeper is important, and this is the beginning of being able to put propellant in space, somewhat like a gas station, and to be able to extend it later for an operational system. In the past, I have been the deputy manager on the Ares 1X mission, which flew last year, which was a test flight of the Ares 1 rocket system, which is no longer going to be continued. That program has been discontinued. I went into engineering because I find that engineering is perhaps one of the most interesting fields. You learn how things work and how to make things work. In my case, for aerospace, I've always been interested in rockets and exploration. So therefore, NASA was a perfect fit for me. One of the things that I would say that engineers do is they continue to learn. Not only about engineering, but how to work well with others and so on. Because when you're building a big project, There's certainly a lot of math and science and engineering required to make things fit, but the projects are very complicated and require a lot of people to come together in order for them to be successful. And so I think that there are two basic aspects of being a good engineer. One is actually knowing the science and engineering and math that's required. The other is the ability to work well and communicate with others. Now, one of the things that I've been asked to talk about is why UAH. Well, I guess there's several reasons. One is that I've worked with a number of UAH trained engineers, and I find them to be extremely well schooled and prepared for the jobs they're doing. Number two is I know Mike Griffin personally, and I know what kind of leader he is, and what he's attempting to establish over there in the aerospace world is going to be a first-class facility. The other thing about it is that it is, for those of us at NASA, Marshall, it is a wonderful way to get advanced degrees. In my case, I came with advanced degrees, so I have not pursued it, although I did take some Russian classes over there when I had an experiment that was working with the Russian space agency. I appreciate the opportunity to talk with you guys, and I hope that you continue your studies and do well in school. Thank you.
Wow, an interstellar gas station. Pretty neat. Thank you for this opportunity to speak with you, and we all hope you choose UAH for your engineering degree.